Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to my series of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles reviews leading up to Rise of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie dropping on Netflix, and today is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. The Turtles get into another battle with their enemy, the Shredder, who has new allies, Mutant Thugs, Rocksteady and Bebop, and they must team up with an alien named Krang. I remember seeing this in the theater, and at the time, I asked 3 of my friends at the time to go see it. I loved it. A lot of my friends liked it. And it's one of those things that I'll never forget. When we saw it in the theater, this is back when they would do the cardboard cutout thing for the big movies. Like they did for the first Ninja Turtles movie. They did for, I think, the Lego movie at the time. They did for some other big movies around then. They did do some a little passing, but once COVID hit, they were like, let's not do the cardboard thing. So they had a cardboard cutout of the Ninja Turtles. It was pretty big, but basically it was a cardboard cutout of all 4 of the Turtles and a cardboard couch that you could sit on. But I remember taking that photo and going like, this is going to be a great movie, and I was not wrong. I loved this movie when I saw it. I loved it when I read the review, obviously. I watched it since then, and I liked it, but I thought it was a little boring at times. It may have been because I had a really exhausting day at work. So I might need to watch it again, because I have had this thing again where it's like I watched it many times since then. I'm like, oh, I really love this movie, and then I watched it another time. I'm like, I'm questioning if I like this movie, and then I watched it again and I loved it again, and then I watched it again and I'm like, what? Why did this go down for me? But this is my favorite Ninja Turtles movie. I won't be surprised if I rewatch it. I'll love it again. But I will say this, I love the opening scene. The opening scene, I think, is great. Having them slide down the different buildings, then going into the Jumbotron. I think that's great. I love that this movie has a clear tone. They're following a tone, and that is the 1987 cartoon with Bebop, Rocksteady, Casey Jones, Krang, Baxter Stockman, and we haven't seen any of those characters, especially Baxter, Krang, Bebop and Rocksteady in the original trilogy. This is the first time because of the licensing thing with Toko and Raza, Bebop and Rocksteady, and so on and so forth. But the fact that they got them was really cool. And the thing was too, is that I like that they threw in a Vanilla Ice reference when Casey Jones is in the bar looking for Bebop and Rocksteady, and you hear ice, ice, baby. I was surprised that they didn't do the, yo, it's a green machine's gotta rock the town without being seen. I was surprised that they didn't do the ninja rap for that. It's like, you know what, I love this song, and then smashes the ninja rap, except for smashing Ice Ice Baby. I would prefer hearing the ninja rap in a Ninja Turtles movie because I think it's kind of appropriate. But the fact that they got a Vanilla Ice song was pretty cool. So I loved that. And I think that I don't actually mind Stephen Amell's portrayal of Casey Jones. Yes, he's a little different than the Casey Jones that we see in the 1990 movie, in Chris Evans' portrayal in the 2007 movie, and stuff like that. I think that this version of Casey is something that I would have kind of like to see. Like, what was Casey doing before he turned into a vigilante? So they add a few extra layers to him. They add the whole thing about him being a cop. I think that that's a great idea. That gives him a motivation to go looking for Bebop and Rocksteady, which becomes a thing for Casey Jones, because in the past it was just like, I'm looking for this bad guy, I don't have a reason, I'm just helping out the Turtles, look out for this guy. So I think that the fact that he actually had a bit more of groundedness to this movie was actually really, really surprising to me. And the thing is too, Leonardo is a bit of a dick in this movie. He tries to make the decision about the ooze. And he's like, there's only one opinion that counts in this family, which is mine. And it's like, Leo, you're a dick. But you also understand why he's like, I guess you kind of understand why he's saying these things, because he wants to not let Raph and Mikey know. He doesn't want them to get excited about the idea of them becoming human, because they might be excited, but it's one of those things where it's like, if they regret it, there's no changing back. So I kind of understand that. And the other thing that I did talk about in the other review was the Turtles' lair. This movie dials the sewer lair as their own Batcave up to 11. I think that this was more of a better plot, just going like, they found a new sewer, as opposed to going like, we're going to go with the Secret of the Ooze direction, where they haven't found a place to live yet, and that's going to be one of the driving forces behind the Find the Ooze plot. I think that's such a great idea that they've already... It's like, you start the movie off and it's like, bam, they're already in a new sewer lair. You don't need to find a new one. So you go and do the Ooze storyline and explore more of that, and more than just going like, here's the lair storyline and here's the Ooze storyline. Let's line that up. So I think that that's a great idea, and I love the whole thing where the Turtles all come down, meet Casey Jones for the first time. Because we get the Friday 13th joke. We also get the Vanilla Ice smashing the CD player, which I think is really cool. And then the song, we also get, oh my god, the Give me a break, Raph, which is what Will Arnett says to Raph. I think that's such a funny thing, because in the original cartoon theme song, Raph's line when he throws the pizza is, give me a break. I think that was super hilarious. So the mess stuff is really cool in this movie, but what's even more cool was the theme. They used the original Ninja Turtles theme song, but more of a modern remix movie version. But I think that is a cool way to use, because you don't really hear, like, none of the Ninja Turtles movies use the theme song. You normally get things like, even though I love this song, but you get things like Shell Shock, Turtle Power, Ninja Rap, and Rockin' Over the Beat, and stuff like that. And even the Shell Shock from the TMNT movie, right? So I think that that's such a cool idea to have those references in there. I think that I need to give Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows a... It's tough. I want to give it a 4.5 out of 5, but I feel like I need to give it a 5 out of 5, because then I don't need to come back and change my mind. I probably will though, but it's one of those things where I was like, I love this movie. I think it's the best Ninja Turtles movie. I think it captures the spirit of the Turtles really well, and I can't wait to review Rise of the Teenage Mutant Turtles movie for you guys. I think that it's going to be such an interesting movie to review, because I've seen it already, and I'm like, I have some things to say about it for sure. So guys, please hit the like button down below if you haven't already. Hit subscribe, also hit the little bell icon to get notified of future videos I make. I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.
Hey there. Subscribe to my channel. And also press this bell icon.